This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
Sometimes he's naughty. Sometimes he's nice. But every time he's Dirt Guy. It's Dirt Guy Drive Time with your host, Dirt Guy. Hey, welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time. This just in. Ladies and gentlemen, as shocking as this may sound, I am stuck in traffic where I used to be stuck in traffic all the time. That is darn near amazing sauce right now. And you know what I've noticed is traffic's been getting a little worse each day. At least saying to me that people are going back to work, I think. And now suddenly, boom, look at that dead stop. With my luck, it's probably an accident. Anyway, hey, welcome to the show. This is my vlog talking about stuff that I want to talk about on the way home from work. And I was realizing on the way to work today, I don't do Jim Kirk very often anymore. You guys ever hear me do Jim Kirk? It's when I talk like this. Scotty, I've got to have more power. And then I can answer myself and say, "Hi, Captain, I can't give you more power. She's taking all she can. Scotty, if you don't give me more power, we're all dead in 5 minutes." You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, I won't go on and on with that deal. Oh, crap, we're speeding up. Anyway, so there you go. Hey, it's been a rough week, ladies and gentlemen, very much so. Now, here's the deal. Qualifier, and we all know and understand that all of us have rough weeks. We try to talk on the deal here whilst changing lanes, whilst not getting into an accident. Come on, let me over. All right, we'll just move forward there. But we all have rough weeks. And so this isn't a wah, man, my life sucks kind of thing. It's just like, wow, my week has been rough. It's even kind of jabbing at Cindy and I at home a little bit. Now, she and I are pretty much bulletproof. Okay, hello, it's the queen of everything. Who argues with that? But a little on edge, and I take responsibility. It's been the week I've had. So a little bit of background. You guys know I'm trying to practice this thing called team tactics, right? Team tactics have to do with how you are inspiring your team to be a team, leading them the way that is best for them to be led, and get the job done, and everyone has a happy and harmonious life at work. I did a video on it back somewhere. Look it up, you'll find it. So that's been working, but this last week, it's kind of been getting a little intense around the job site. It's getting intense. You know what? I haven't done Jim Kirk in so long, I suck at it now. That's terrible. But I don't suck at this guy. Whoever that is. It's been getting worse, and so much so that today I had my project manager on the phone, and he called, he goes, "Hey Steve, how you doing?" And I said, "Well, to tell you the truth, you may need to talk me off the ledge." And he's like, "What?" I said, "Yep, I told my staff today, I said, here's the deal. I am not having a great week. I'm about 1 second from handing in my resume. My resignation. So don't piss me off, or you'll be the one responsible for me no longer working here." That's what I told him. No pressure or anything, right? And then I went about my merry day. It's just, things are kind of chaotic around the company right now. Different roles, people moving in. We lost Fred, and the void that left, not just in our hearts, but at the company. Subcontractors just out of control. And it's been really a lot for me to deal with. And again, I've been dealing with the situation that my company's going to think I suck as a superintendent. Because quite frankly, sometimes I do. Sometimes I suck as a superintendent. I ain't gonna lie. I've never done this before, and that's what I remind myself. I've never done this before. I told, again, my project manager, because he listens to me, I told him, I said, "Listen, I'm definitely going to finish this job for this company. And when it's over, I want to be on another hotel. I want to build another hotel." Because he had offered me, he says, "You know, I got this other kind of deal coming up. Would you be interested in running that?" And I asked, "Is it a ground up?" And he said, "Well, no, it's a rehab." And I'm like, as opposed to nothing, I'll take it, but I'd rather not. I told him, I've been bludgeoned so many times that it would be a waste of all that suffering to not go use it. We're bringing weapons of mass destruction, baby. Yeah, a slaughter, the next one. It's like, you pulled the wool over my eyes last time, you wool puller over people, but not this time. This time, I own your stuff, is the way it's gonna be. So, Well, as part of that, this morning things were really tense. My laborer got pulled, and nobody told me my laborer was right in the middle of a project for the elevator contractor to keep them working at $430 an hour. And so there was no one to do the work for them at $430 an hour. So they're just standing around, their thumbs up their asses at $430 an hour. And so I called an audible. I picked the guy that I thought was best for the job, and I said, I need you to get in there. I need you to take care of this right now. Well, apparently I picked the wrong guy because he got upset and there was problems, and maybe I didn't handle it right. I don't know. I suddenly didn't have a laborer to do my deal. I suddenly find out at the last minute that we're moving 20, what they call Super 10 dump trucks through my job site today at about 4 trips. So it's like 80 loads of dirt being moved off my job. Now, I'm grateful it's getting out of there. I've been dying to get this damn dirt out. But I didn't really have a plan in place to receive them, and so that was chaotic. The elevator guys at $430 an hour, standing there with their thumbs in their asses. You know, it was just kind of one of those mornings I'm like, you know, and then some other stuff. People jumping into things where they don't belong, or people making decisions without enough information, and I have the information. Nobody talked to me about it. This kind of thing, okay? Your standard, oh crap, I think it's a wreck. I thought it was people going back to work. Sorry, COVID stay-at-homer people. I was thinking about you. I was hoping for you. I was rooting for you. But no, apparently not. Oh, is it bad? Should I get a picture of it? I don't know. So as part of that, one of my assistant superintendents said something that troubled me. Troubled me in a way that it's like I am concerned for this individual. I've known them for a while. Even outside this job, I've known them, and he's a cool dude. I like him. Man, there's just piled up cars and debris everywhere. That was a gnarly one. Back up at speed. So I was concerned about him, but I figured if I talked to him, I might be the one that lit the fuse and the bomb would go off. So again, employing team tactics, my goal is to get the job done. My goal is for these people to all become the best that they can be at what they do. Be well-trained, well-educated, very comfortable in their job, and have a cohesive team. Team tactics, people. So he's like a family friend of my director. So I spoke to my director and I said, hey, I think you need to talk to him. And he's like, why, what's going on? And I explained to it, and he barked at me a little bit as if I made a bad decision with something, and then I was like, that's what I had to do. And he's like, I'm not saying you made a bad decision. Then why are you talking to me like I am? I don't think he was. I think he's just got a lot on his mind, which is probably the case, by the way. And I know you're listening, boss. I ain't got a problem with you. So, because this is about the other guy we were talking about. So once all that was said and done, you know, I knew they had spoken, but I didn't know what they spoke about. But towards the end of the day, I asked this young gentleman to come into my office and sit down. He did, and close the door. Now, I think he thought he was in trouble because I said, close the door. And basically, I reached out to him, set a new standard for his and mine relationship, gave him a better understanding of how I'm trying to conduct the job so that we all win. And I truly believe that by the time we were done, he didn't leave with a spring in his step, but I think he left in some kind of way encouraged. Maybe it's because he realizes I actually give a shit about him as a person, him as an employee of this company, and I want the best for him. It's that stupid freaking pastor's heart rearing its ugly heart again. So, you know, my day started out chaotic, and I was on the ledge, ready to just say, I'm done. I'm done with you people. I'm not doing this anymore. Life is too short. Matter of fact, there's a guy running a big loader. It's a giant tractor with a big bucket on the front, loading dump trucks. I can do that work. I'd love to do that all day long, just driving a tractor. Steve, driving a tractor. My cell phone ain't ringing. I don't have a staff. That's my country farmer song. What do you think of that one? Scotty, I need a better song. So, so it started with all that. But I would say the important takeaway for this day for me is that 2-minute exchange I had with one of my assistant superintendents. Because ultimately that's where my heart is at. Ultimately that's what I want for these guys. And when my director was saying he thinks he's gonna pull the guy from my job, to try to put him some rust where maybe it'll work out better. I think he was almost thinking out for my benefit. He wanted to do that. And I said, give me more time with him. Let me find his button because I want him to succeed. And he goes, copy that. So there you go. From chaos to all in one video, all in one day. And I'm on my way home right now to see that beautiful woman, Sydney Brown, the queen of everything, my wife. I'm going to upload this video. I might just preach a sermon between here and the house. You don't know. And get home, get all that done. And I'm working on a piece of my railroad called Switch Junction right now, getting the trains running real smooth. I have a whole lot of track to paint and ballast. For those of you who are in the model railroad world, you feel me, baby. So anyway, that's all happening. And I have every expectation that I will speak to you again tomorrow on the way home from work, although I reserve the right to not make a video because we have a really hairy meeting at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and it may just suck all the wind out of my sails. I don't know. Or I may be so depressed that I may just ring you up and we'll have another video. So there you go. That's it. Hope you had a good time hanging out with me. Had a great time talking to you. And until next time, my name is Steve Brown, and back away from the ledge.